Lucifero. You made it! Before I have this review of chapter 317 of Black Clover, please do me a favor, leave your own thoughts on the chapter in the comment section down below. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, make sure you hit that little notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come with the channel. Now, let's get into it. What's up, guys? I got Pencil here, and here we are to chapter 317 of Black Clover, which is known as Change, aka it's Demon Lord time, baby. Let's hop right into it. So we open up, we get to see that Lucci man, he did in fact his manifestation. It got sliced in half. It'd be like that when it be like that sometimes, you know. That MC plot power, it'd be wild. It'd be saving people out of nowhere. It'd be slicing whatever want to slice. It happens to the best of us. I don't even blame the man on that one. And we see everyone being a little bit concerned because obviously, like, while the anti-medic slash did divide it, it didn't exactly erase it. So it's sort of just going to fall and destroy everything. But luckily enough, a certain someone comes out the clutch with a little bit of help from Mimosa and uses the spirit of Euros to absolutely annihilate the entire thing. So I'm not exactly, like, what's more impressive, right? Like, Asta being able to split it while it was alive and been manifesting, or, you know, absolutely just wiping it out of existence. Like, there's pretty much nothing left outside the crumbling Black Bull's hideout. Like, the whole remainder of the manifestation just poofed right on out of there the moment the spirit of Euros was fired at it. So, who knows? Who knows? Maybe we actually do got a little fight in our hands, you know what I'm saying? But we see that Asta, he believes in you, though. He was like, you know, just as I expected, on some Toby type beat, because he figured that he would take care of the rest. And I love how these two, like, not necessarily worlds apart, they're in the same general area, but way far apart. Just know the other took care of what the other couldn't do. Asta stopped Lucci's manifestation. Meanwhile, you know, ended it. Well, not, you know, it didn't end it, but he, like, got rid of the remains. And everyone's happy. We see that Pada bing, bada boom. Patrick came out the clutch. I was like, yo, my boy William, I've been lurking this entire time. I wasn't going to help, though. But are you okay? And I love how even William is confused, like, Patrick? Like, obviously William's been through some mess, right? He probably hasn't really been properly healed. He's been chilling, being used as, like, a core of the tree manifesting, so like he's just been out of it. So I bet the last thing he expected was to find the person who he was co-sharing a body with for the past life to just randomly show up and pick him up out of nowhere. I know he's confused, but I love how I love how even Langers is like, come on, man, you just stole the best part. How are you gonna do that, bro? After all the work I did, after all the backpacking I did, how are you gonna steal my part? I think that's hilarious. Then we get to see Yami. He's all right. He's doing good. He has all the Black Bulls around him. And I don't know. I really like how he's drawn in this one panel. He looks like you could tell the tree did some damage to him. Like, he still has, like, dark remnants ripping up his form, but he's still happy to see all the idiots. And they're all happy to see him, which is great. Once again, I love the group dynamic in Black Clover. Like, as much as I think some characters are inherently more useful than others, I do 100% believe, like, this is one of the best group dynamics I've seen, period, point blank. Even if Nock is just being a hipster and not joining in it, but looking at it from afar. Then we get to see all the other captains. You know, they're doing good. All the other members of the Royal, not necessarily the Royal, whatever Nock called the group, the Invaders. We didn't actually get to see much of what they did, though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I completely forget their names. The scientist girl, the guy who can revive dead people and stuff like that. The teleporter. Oh wait, no, they were evacuating people. Never mind. They were doing their job just fine. That's why they're not battle damaged. So they're good. And then we get to see, yeah, like, everything's back. Not necessarily back to normal, obviously. The kingdom's in ruins. But, like, everyone, the job seems to be done, essentially. Like, people are celebrating a bit because they're like, we made it here. We're good to go. We get to see Yuno reuniting with the guy who, I forget his name too, I'm sorry, but, you know, the guy who ended up saving him as a child and bringing him out to live a safer life, which led to this event now. Like, without Yuno being saved by this one dude, the entire events of the series couldn't even happen up to this point, which I think is great. And we see that they're dedicating themselves to rebuild a peaceful Spade Kingdom, only for a certain boy to come up the woodwork and be like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, dogs, but you really need to dip. Like, I'm here, and I may not be about that action, but that guy over there sure is. And we get to see Lucy has become half manifested. or at least half finished, because the Supreme Devil from the second level has shown up, and he isn't even really like whatever they aren't even doing anything just yet. Like they're just sitting there on a broken brick wall, and we get to see that Lucci, he's like chilling for the most part. Like sure, his manifestation was stopped, but it's still half finished. He's still got about 50%. You know, he's semi-perfect right now. Wait till he hits perfect. Wait till he absorbs Android 18. Trust me, he's going to be on a different level. And then we get to, and honestly, I love how he manifests here. Like, he just comes out this dark hole and just has this presence about him. He's super skinny, which is, I mean, I guess I should have expected that. Like, there's nothing that implied he was going to be a big, buff, brolic demon guy. But still, like, seeing him so slim and just like coated in darkness, it's a really, not necessarily, it's like a subversion of expectations, right? Because I expected him to be this like towering titan, even if not muscular, just large and gigantic. But realistically, he's not that much bigger than your average human, but he just brings this aura of despair with him. Darkness is literally falling off of his wings, coating his entire form, and just radiating off him in the area around him while he's half manifested. This man's on a different level already, you can just tell. And I love, now for some reason, this is just something I enjoy. I love when like characters of royalty or characters of great power in general are just like, bow your heads. And like he just and he doesn't even wait for a response, right? Like he could have just said, all of you bow your heads, and they could have sensed his magic and been like, whoa, I'll do just that, and bow their heads. But no, he literally, with the raise of a finger and just dropping it down, not a single spell incantation, not a grimoire in sight, nothing. This man just says, bow your heads, and everyone in the area drops. Like the Black Bull's base itself even drops. Everyone's getting sunk into the ground itself. And we get to see a certain someone zooming on in, watching the carnage as unfolded. And Asa's like, yo, pardon me, but what the heck happened?
So it was you, the fool who kept me from manifesting completely.
And it's weird, right? Because like for one, I think it's just a really cool image, right? Because this implies that Asta just got blitzed. Like Asta, arguably one of our fastest characters in the series, even in base, mind you. Like this man's a demon. Like, in terms of just raw speed, this man's a menace. But sure, he's not in Devil Union or whatever, so he's not as strong as he could be. But still, this half manifested Lucci right here managed to blitz him so badly that he couldn't even properly see him move. And he's just sweating bullets. But I know Lieb is pooping right now. Like, you know that man is shook, shaken, and boiling with hatred. Because this is the dude that killed Lichika. I'm not sure how to say her name still. But Asa's mom and Lieb's mom tied to this dude when he overwhelmed Lieb's bodily control. So, obviously, he must be, like, half seething anger and furious. But on the other half, terrified. Like, say I got punched in the face by The Rock, right? And then I go on this lifelong journey to go square up with The Rock. I train, I get better, I manifest new abilities and skills on the spot just because I want to defeat The Rock so badly. But then I pull up on him. Meanwhile, he's just about to go to the gym, so he doesn't have a pump yet. But he's still just, he manages to speed blitz me. Just to speed blitz me and say, yo, you're the one who kept me from getting my pump. Like, I would be terrified too, even if I was overcome with rage, right? So I'm actually super excited that Lucci manifested, and in such a, like, I love the strange thing about this second to last panel. Like, before the one of Asa just sweating bullets, as he should, I love how Lucci almost looks like, he doesn't necessarily look, it's weird to say he doesn't look angry, he just looks disappointed. Like, at first, he looks much more intimidating before we get to see his, like, up-close expression when he just says, so it was you, huh? When he goes, the fool kept me from manifesting completely, he, like, almost look, I'm not sure if it's shaking with anger, just, like, mild annoyance. Because, like, his looks like his lip is quivering and stuff like that. Like, he's like half glaring, half like eyes wobbling. I don't know. It was like a really weird but cool way to draw him. And I think I'm just glad he's not gone, right? Because as y'all know, one of my biggest fears from last chapter was that, Asta stopped him early, bada bing, bada boom, no Lucci in the room, and that was going to sadden me. So I'm glad he showed up. But now we kind of ran into a different problem, right? Because to be fair, we don't know if Devil Union is used all the way up for Asta. He may have just popped into it for half a second, slice, compliment the Yuno, drop out of it, and start to fly over, meaning he may have like 2 or 3 minutes left or something like that. Obviously, as cool as the preparation for the slash was, he didn't spend an exorbitant amount of time in Devil Union. So he may be able to pop back into it with Lieb and be like, okay, I gotta fight this dude or my life is done. But even still, like, at least from the raw power and aura that Lucci is giving off right here, right now, this alpha energy, if you will, this is the one case where I don't think Devil Union is going to be enough, right? Because, to be fair, we saw Devil Union talk walk 2 Supreme Devils fused, but those were way lower level. Like, I'm assuming even, like, Magicula or Buggy Boy, I'm still not going to say his name, but regardless, I'm assuming those 2 are on an entirely different level than the fused twins, and I'm assuming, or at least at full power. I know 1/3 Magicula may not be, but I'm assuming those 2 at full power are beyond the fused twins in every way, shape, or form. And then for some reason, and no, not even that, I think this second level devil he may be even beyond them. Well, no, not beyond them, because I think what was implied was that Meji and Buggy Boy, they were like on around the same tier as Lucci. They just weren't on the, like, they weren't the king and or queen. So I'm assuming this second level devil that we see that tells the humans to run is on a completely different level than the fused twins. Then I'd say Buggy Boy and Meji are above them on a completely different level, and then above them is Lucci. And well, Asta definitely could have gotten stronger from all the healing and stuff like that. And who knows, we may have not even seen the full potential of Devil Union. I still think it's going to be a hard sell for me to think that he's going to just defeat him, even have manifested. Like, the raw power this dude is emitting right now just seems to overshadow anything and everything that we've seen so far. And I think that's a good way to do it, though. Like, for someone who is the culmination of kind of really both Asta's unknown arc with his mom and Lieb's entire arc with his mom, and of course the king of all these people who've been causing nothing but trouble for the Clover Kingdom outside of Lieb himself. It's not even just the Clover Kingdom, the kingdoms in general, the whole devil race. For the king of them, their mightiest, it makes sense for him even to have power to be this, like, end game beyond anything we've ever seen before threat. And I'm excited. Does this mean we're gonna get the 3 Saints plus Devil Union team up? Like, are we gonna get Noelle, Yuno, and Asta working together to fight against this dude? Maybe fusing star magic with Saint stage water magic on top of anti magic. Like, I feel like I don't think we're gonna be able to backpack Asta for this one. Like, we can't just hop in Asta's little bag and then just watch him 1v1 Lucci. I think we are gonna need just about everybody on deck to get through this dude. And I think Asta going to whip out that sword that just stops cause and effect. Because if everyone, including like captain level beings, are just being just straight into the ground, I think we're gonna need our high tiers. We're gonna need like everybody and their mother to team up. Like, straight up, we're gonna need everybody called up. Like, Mimosa, you're gonna have to backpack the whole healing operation right now. Because to be fair, I don't think this second level devil dude, I don't think he's gonna be helping. I think he's just gonna be watching. Like, to be fair, he tells the humans to run. Like, y'all need to go. Like, he's necessarily like down to hunt them immediately. He doesn't start just ripping people's heads off when he easily could. I think this guy also has a cool design. It's just, like, what are the sacks on him? I don't know what those are. But other than that, I don't think they're gonna be getting much assistance here, at least from like other beings that may even be comparable. Like, I really don't think Meji's going to help. If Meji could even spawn without the tree going on anymore, considering their other version of manifestation was completely stopped at this point, I don't think it's going to be entirely likely for Buggy Boy to step through, because he lost his vessel, and he's also should be in the first level, meaning he can't really come through without the tree right now. So, I don't know. Our main cast is kind of in some trouble right now, which is good. I appreciate that. I like that. I love my good steaks. But I'm intrigued to see how they're going to take him out, especially with just how well this just raw power gap has been portrayed. Honestly, worst comes to worst, I think we are just going to get like everyone getting healed up. Like Asta maybe running the ones in Devil Union for a little bit and like getting styled on, and then I think one by one, maybe first then Noel, then maybe the entire Black Bulls, and then all the Magic Captains. Like everyone's gonna get healed up progressively and then come help fight and stall. I get, because to be fair, what happened? I mean, if Asta uses that one sword, he may be able to like stop the effects of the gravity magic. But yeah, Lucci's on an entirely different level, and I'm super happy that he's here. However, those are my thoughts on the chapter. Please tell me your thoughts on the chapter in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much. Whoa, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Dago the Pencil, writing off.